Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn German with Pooja. Now in this video we will be covering Lektion 3, which means chapter 3 of A1 level. In this video we will be covering personal pronouns, some important verbs and few important question words. Okay, so let's begin. So this is chapter 3. Our chapter's name is Personalpronomen, which means personal pronouns in English. Now the very first question, what are personal pronouns? What are personal pronouns? So Personalpronomen replaces nouns or names. So we have already learned this defined in English that personal pronouns are the pronouns which replace nouns or names. For example, if I say Maria is here, which means Maria is here. So instead of Maria, we can write sie ist hier. So sie means she in German. Okay. So let's start with our Personalpronomen table. Okay. Here in the first column, I will be writing German personal pronouns. In the second column, I will be writing their English meaning. And in the third column, I'll be writing person. Because in English, we have learned personal pronouns according to person. First person, second person, third person, right? So if you don't know what is person, let's have a quick revision of all the persons, right? First we have first person. So in first person, we include the speaker. For example, I am speaking here. So in first person, I comes. And let's say I have a friend with me and we both are speaking, right? So I and we are the first person. So basically the person or the people who are speaking, the speakers comes under first person. Okay. Let's come to second person. So in second person we include the people who are listening, or we can say whom we are talking directly, For example, I am talking to you. You are sitting in front of me. You are listening. So you will be the second person. Okay. Third person is the category in which we include the people about whom we are talking. For example, a boy or a girl is standing in front of me and I am telling about him or her to you, right? So he, she, it and they comes under third person. Okay, I hope it's clear. The person who is speaking or who are speaking is first person. To whom the speaker is talking directly is the second person. And about whom the speaker is talking is the third person. Okay. Now let's revise all these in German. So first person I in German called ich. Okay. Next, first person we in German called wir. Okay. Next, and make sure students you write the first letter of these pronouns small. Why I am telling you this, you will get to know in just few seconds. Okay. So first is first person. Wir is also first person. Clear? Now let's come to second person, right? In second person we have you. Now friends, listen very carefully, okay? In German we have three types of you, okay? First is du. Now du is very informal way of saying you. In Hindi we can say tu. So this is informal and singular. Okay. Next U is ear. IHR, ear. Now this is again very informal way of saying you, but this time it is plural, which means tum log. Clear? I am repeating again. Do is tu or tum. Ear means tum sab. Now the third category of you is capital SZ, and I am putting a star here. Why? Because this one is capital. Okay. Now what does it mean? This is formal way of saying you. Okay. Also, this is singular and plural both, which means whether you are talking to someone directly in a formal way, the form you will be using is Z. Doesn't matter whether it is singular or it is plural. For example, आप कैसे हैं और आप सब कैसे हैं. So it means both आप and आप सब. I hope it's clear. Now let's come to third person. Right? So third person we have he. Right? He in German called er. Next, she. She in German called sie. Now please take care, this is small sz. It should be small. Okay. Next we have it. And it in German is called es. Now the last pronoun can be little confusing, but please try to understand that they in German is also called small sz. Why? This you will get to know later. Also, I know you will be having this doubt in mind that how will you differentiate between she and they. So this we will be learning in just few minutes. So I hope these personal pronouns are clear. Okay. Ich, I, wir, we, du, you singular informal, ihr, you plural informal, capital SZ, you formal, er, he, sie, she, es, it, sie, they. Clear? Okay, let's have some examples. How do we write example in German? So, zum Beispiel. Zum Beispiel means for example. Clear? Okay, make sure you write Beispiels B capital. Why? Because this is a noun. Clear? Okay, let's start with our first example. Ich bin Pooja, which means my name is Pooja, right? I am talking about myself, so I am using ich. Next, ich und Ria sind Freunde. I and Ria are friends. So instead of writing this I und Ria, I can write wir. Wir sind Freunde. Okay. Next. Du bist mein Freund. You are my friend. So I am talking to you directly, only you. So this is du. Clear? Ihr seid meine Freunde. Now you all are my friends. So this is again informal way of saying तुम सब मेरे दोस्त हो. If I want to change it into formal, I will be writing Sie sind meine Freunde. You all are my friends. Again, in English, the meaning of both these sentences are same. But in Hindi, you will understand the meaning, and in German also, that du is informal, which means tu or tum. Ihr is also informal, but it is plural, which means tum sab. Sie is very formal, which means aap or aap sab. Clear? Next, er ist mein Freund. He is my friend. Right? He is my friend. Next, sie ist meine Freundin. She is my friend. Okay. Next, es ist mein Freund. It is my friend. Maybe a pet or an animal, right? Next we have Sie sind meine Freunde. Now this one is plural. They are my friends. Now as you see, this Z, and this Z. We have all three Z at first place, and the capitalized rule is same for all, which means if we will put any word at the first place, the first letter of that word will become capital, right? Now the question here is, how will we get to know which is they, which is she, and which is formal you? Okay, so this is the trickiest question students have in their mind. Now the answer to this question is that it totally depends on the verb. On the second place, if you have noticed, we have been, sind, best, seid, sind. What are these? What are these words? So these are the conjugated forms of a verb. Now let's just understand this topic with the help of an English example first. For example, I am a student. He is a student. They are students. Now, do you understand the difference between these three sentences? In the first sentence, we have I am. In the second one, he is. In the last one, we have they are. So, what are these am, is, are? These are the forms of a verb. Okay. In English, we have a verb which is to be. And these is, am, are the forms of this verb. Okay. So, is we use with singular subjects, am we use with I, and are we use with plural subjects. So what we have learned from this example, that a verb can be conjugated in different ways according to the subject of the sentence. Similarly, we have a verb in German language that is called sein, right? And the conjugation of this verb sein is different with all the pronouns we have learned. Let's look into the conjugation of the verb sein. So we have ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, capital SZ and small SZ. Now if you see here, I have changed the sequence of these personal pronouns. And it will be good if you also learn all the pronouns in this sequence, because from now onward we will be doing all the conjugation in this format. And later we will be doing a trick which is easy to follow under this format. So the conjugation of sein with ish is bin. Ich bin, which means I am. Which means I am. With do, the conjugation is bist, which means you are. Now next, with er, sie, es, the conjugation of sein is ist, which means he, she, it is. Okay. Next is, according to wir, the conjugation is sind, right? Which means we are. Next, according to ihr, it is seid, which means you all are. And the last one is sind, which means you formal, you all are, or they are. Clear? So this is one of the important helping verb we have in German language, that is sein, and we have just looked into the conjugation of this verb. So from this verb conjugation you have got an idea that this verb is an irregular verb. So in German language, irregular verbs are the verbs which are conjugated differently with all the different pronouns. So this was all about sein and its conjugation. Now we will have another important helping verb in German language, that is haben. Haben means to have, right? Now let us conjugate this verb. Now for conjugation, we just have to first write all the pronouns. So we will write all these pronouns here, right? So first we have ich, then we have du. After that we have er, sie, es, and then we have wir, sie, sie. Now in this one I have written wir, capital S Z and small s z together. Why? Because wir, sie, sie, the conjugation of these three is also same. So we can write them together, right? And at last we have ihr. Now we will look into the conjugation part. Okay. So the conjugation of haben with ish is habe. Ish habe. Next we have du hast. Next we have er sie es hat. Wir sie haben. Ihr habt. Okay. Which means I have. You have. Okay. Next we have he, she, or it has. We is easy, so we have, you all have, you or you all have, or we can say they have, right? Then ihr habt, it means you all have, but again this one is informal, right? This is another important helping verb in German language, which means to have. Okay, so in this lesson we have completed Personalpronomen, we have done personal pronouns, also we have learned the conjugation of these two verbs sein and haben. And make sure students you learn all the pronouns in order and also the conjugation. Now that's all for today. See you in the next video. Tschüssi.